back to the old garage. I don't know if it has a failing fuel pump. It's a good thing we did a test.
And you've got a spare.
Tim?
Yeah.
I'm doing a McDonald's run. What do you want?
I guess so. Today's a bit of a red letter day. Would you call it a red letter day?
The scarlet letter day.
So, what we're gonna do... Oh, hold on a sec. Oh, wow. That's
No
pretty
longer
sporty.
shielded from the wind.
So the plan for today is an interesting one. We're gonna take the car back off the hoist again. Tim's gonna pull everything with the citation, and then in our new space, we're gonna put the charger so we can start picking away at it. We'll back the trailer in and pull the car off the trailer using the hoist like we pulled the body off of the Bel Air frame a few weeks ago. And then away we go.
First drive. I don't. Do you think it'll pull this, or you think that's too heavy?
It might be too heavy. We might have to just push it. The three of us can push it.
Or do you want to push it over to where the other one is?
Yeah, that's what I would do. We got it in now. It's just a matter of hooking up our straps, getting some snow off, moving things around.
Gonna have to drop down a level of jacket.
There, she's up.
Hey, there's moss growing on here.
Hanging from the hoist.
Right here? Yeah. Yeah, here. And both sides will be okay? Yeah.
Really not much left down there.
Hey, look, floor mats. That are the floor. I can see what the inner rockers look like.
Yeah, pretty nice. All right,
Okay.
well, I'll go grab the other.
I think one of them works. I roll one down. Well, these go back up. These got the back. It goes right.
So there we go. That's where home will be for the next little while. What do you think?
I think it's fantastic.
So we've got the car inside. And I think the thing that maybe we should go over quickly is just our whole intention with it. The one thing to get out of the way first is that we have absolutely no intention of restoring this car. It's not something that we're interested in doing, and it's not something I really budget-wise
Ever be afford to financially.
No, at all.
That being said, we're not destroying it either. It's not going to be turned into like this just with an engine and we're going to drive it around like this and, you know, junk it or something like that. This is the state of 69 Charger we can afford. So we're going to have some fun with it. And beyond everything else, this has been in the bush for 30 years.
Well, I think you made a good point too a couple days ago where you said if you're wandering through the bush and you see a 69 Charger lying there and it's basically going to cost you next to nothing, you take that Charger. It doesn't really matter what kind of shape it's in because that just doesn't happen very often, right?
Bring it home.
If it was like a K car or something like that, well, then you just keep on walking.
I would probably take that home too.
So anyway, maybe with Tim, I guess now's the time to say what the plan is.
Do we want to say it yet, or do we want to keep people maybe? I think we're going to keep people waiting a little longer.
Oh, okay. I
on
thought
it.
maybe.
Just because I love the comment section. It's one of my favorite things. Maybe take some guesses. What are we going to do?
Sure, that's a great idea. Post them in the comments.
You know, are we going to put a slant 6 in it and make a cruiser? Are we going to tub it and make a drag car? Are we going to just turn it into a burnout car, find some 800 horsepower engine and see if we can get on the burnout circuit? We'll see. As you know, there's nothing from the front of the trunk lid back. Crazy thing about this car, I don't know if Mark wants to grab the camera. Everybody always looks at how destroyed it is, which, sure, but I can't help but go around this thing and think of how long it has been sitting like this in nature and what survived. I mean, obviously, door hinges, not a huge deal. Rocker panels, like, oddly good shape for this. Craziest thing though, the rear windows are still in it. This side doesn't have it, that side still has the rolling handle. So, gonna see me do a little experiment the next couple days where I'm going to spray it with Tri-Flow and see if that one will start going up and down again on its own. I mean, there's positives, lots of positives, and that's what I choose to look at with these cars. Let's get it back on the road. It made it this long. It survived in the bush on its own longer than I could. So why not give it a second shot?
You mentioned the drip rails too, right? They're easier to see on
The other side, yeah, because the roof's off. I mean, the story behind this car, one of the reasons why the back end looks like this, I don't know if we've said it, but back in the 80s when these things were parts cars, there was something wrong with this car. It ended up in a junkyard, and the guy who ran the junkyard also drag raced. This had a much better rear end in it than his car. This was scrap in their minds at the time, right? No one wanted these. So Dukes of Hazzard hadn't happened yet, all this kind of stuff, early 80s. So he cut the rear end out. And if you're cutting the rear end out, you go about it the easiest way. You cut it out. You don't sit there in a junkyard and wrenches and stuff like that. They had torches, they had the ability, hack the rear end out, put it in his drag car. Ended up having a very winning drag car actually out of it. But then look at this. Drip rail survived. You know, like, they're good. This is crazy, check this out. The actual dash pad's still in it. Not a bunch of cracks.
I've seen square body Chevys with a lot worse.
Oh, heck yeah. I can't find one for my Roadrunner. And I don't think that's the same. Maybe I found one for my Roadrunner. People love to see the negatives. I like to see the positives. Think of the accomplishment it would be to drive down the road in this thing one day.
We're going to do it the easiest, most affordable way possible by scrounging.
Oh yeah.
Hitting up Kijiji, looking online, finding stuff. Doesn't have to be brand new parts. Lots of used things here and there and whatnot. And that's the best way to go.
Well, you utilize your resources, right? What can we do? What can't we do? And, you know, we'll do what we can. We'll learn new things along the way. And, you know, the stuff we can't do, we have a fantastic group of friends that all have different skill sets that are super happy to help out. And I love to do it. Like, if we can help them out, awesome. And it becomes this nice back and forth, which I feel is getting lost a lot. People, they don't seem to have that anymore. It's like, let's go work on the car. Let's get a group of guys, we'll chill out, we'll work on a car. And nothing against car shows, but it seems to be one of the places people gather now is just go sit in a parking lot. I want to sit in a garage and work on it. Like one of our friends came down yesterday, and if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have got it off the trailer.
Ron's a pretty smart guy, and he's going to help us out with, actually on both projects, doing some metal work and stuff like that. Things that we can try, but he's very familiar with, and so it's even better that way.
Yeah, he'll build the floor.
He'll build the floor for both cars.
Yep. Very good metal worker. This is going to be a fun one. Why? Because of this. So the first thing is we're going to start cleaning it up. No sense in leaving it a big mess, even though a lot of people will say, well, why? There's nothing there. But there is. Get what's left of this roof off. Comes off in chunks. A lot of it blew off on the highway, I think. I mean, was taken off properly and disposed of. Pine needles and pine needles and pine needles and pine needles, and I think it might have been in a pine forest. Get some braces welded in today if we get there. That's the goal. So of course, our first move, we've rearranged the shop, so I can't find anything right now, but I'll get there. Let's go over this way and see. Tripod for trying. Look at all the parts I've left here. And that's what it takes to fix a sled. In my world, probably takes half that or an eighth in other people's, but you know, why not? Ah, here we go. Yeah. So of course, wait, that's the wrong, there it is. Let's have at it with one thing I really want to try, this is more me than anything, is there's a window crank there. There's a window in there. It's not moving, so I want to just, you know, soak her down here and see if maybe we can make something happen. Get that rail, I don't know if you can see that in there. Yep, and there we go. I was gonna do a time lapse, but it's not worth it. I was gonna give you a idea of some of the junk that's in here. Maybe I will pop in and out. There's moss and all that kind of stuff, and really it's just gonna be me taking handfuls and handfuls and handfuls of crap out. So I'm about 20 minutes in, which I'll clean up. Too bad it's no good, but you know, moss is out. I'm starting to get the roof taken off, which is nice that it's like, there's roof there. So I heard once, I don't know if this is true or not, I'm sure people can fill me in, that a lot of the vinyl top cars were cars that had roof imperfections. So it was super easy to put a vinyl top on instead of trying to paint it and get the imperfections out. I could see that. We're gonna go for one of those moments. See how much we can get off in one fell swoop here. And some roof reveal. Oh, there we go. There we are. It's a little crusty and oh, that's just paint going off. Steel is still good. But you can see how butted these up and it wasn't the best. This is the part I'm gonna, oh, it's got some glue on it, but the paint's still shiny under it. We'll shine that piece up for our Kijiji ad. 69 Charger. Unsure of the mileage. Been sitting. Lots of patina. No low ball offers. I know what I have. It is now time, and the only thing I did off camera, I put some more tri-flow in there because I realized there was hinges and stuff there. All right, here's our handle. Yo. There we go. Hi, it's not stickers. Check this out. Okay, so we've got the Canada sticker, a Howey equipped sticker, a DAA Automobile Association, and a Crane cams. So the other side doesn't have a handle, but I sprayed it all down anyway. See, maybe we can get something out of it, but that's pretty good. Once again, Tri-Flow. I know, it just smells like bananas and works like a charm. Hey, you think it'll go back down? Oh yeah, like it was meant to. Actually, almost too easily. Sitting outside for 30 years. Open to the elements. Oh, oh. Don't worry about that. There we go. First, old Edelbrock, STP, and Cobra. Pretty rad. And add a couple supports in. Why? Because we're supportive. This was a happy little coincidence. This piece, I got right to the right length that it actually pressure fit in here, so I don't even have to weld it. It's just there. Gonna do some braces on the floor. I think we're gonna do the doors as well, although I think with this, the floor and the cross braces might be enough because we may have doors coming, in which case we'll just put the doors on and that'll take up that bit of the structure again. I'm gonna start with the trunk. As you can see, there is nothing left. Back here, we have the steel to build the rear part of the frame. We're gonna build something a little bit better. These cars had a ton of power. I mean, obviously there was more rail than this, but it's stamped steel. Oh, watch out. Rubber over here. Probably won't. Oh, there you go. Original paint. Look at that. Shiny red paint. And a piece of weather stripping. Weather stripping. It was always my question in university. Whether I should be stripping or go in there. I think I was doomed either way, to tell you the truth. Oh. Right. Okay, now we'll let down on Jack and see what happens. Jack still love this helmet. So good. Still marks. I have one now. I got one for my birthday. But I didn't know how much welding I was doing, so I didn't bring it along. Alright, do we straighten around at all? A little bit. This side. Just came up a bit. A little bit. There we go. I did it even more. Oh, I like how that worked. Oh, we've got structure to the back of the car now. That's the main thing. There's something there. This is what we gotta do so we can cut the floor out eventually. I'm doing an outro today too. This is me heading out. Saying, once again, it was an absolute blast. Please, if you like or hate what we're doing, you know, like and subscribe us, or dislike and subscribe, or, you know, the thumb buttons do stuff. Whether it's an up or a down, who knows. But you know what? Having fun. Once again, going back to the idea that this car cost me 2 skateboards. So really, anything we do is sort of open. That being said, those of you that did enjoy it, I hope you had a blast coming along for this little ride with us. And our charger that's starting to take shape. Getting a lot more done on this than I'd ever planned at this point, that's for sure. I think the next thing is I'm actually going to change the front tires. I may have some rims that'll fit. We'll see. Alright. No. Edit that. Cut. No, I can't get too full housey on this. I'm gonna go dig muck out of the frame rail. Bye.